Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you coffee nook and wine bar ideas. Along with art, I love architecture and interior designing, but I'm not trained in any of these fields. I always want to know what my house would look like in the future, so I choose to do this as a fun hobby, to look for designs I like, and I'm going to do it with you guys. You can follow along. Just note, my focus is never on material things but my soul. So you can have them separately or you can have them together, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you the ideas now. If I was to build my house, I will definitely want a coffee nook or a wine bar station. My husband and I are big on drinking teas. We're not a big wine drinker, but we do like Malta a lot for those who are in Jamaica. Alright guys, so let us begin. So this is the first one that I found, and the reason why I got this is because I like the sign. I definitely want a sign, probably something more fancy. I'm not sure about the cups hanging, but I do like this section here where you have the glass cup. I think I would do the wine a different way though, and I do like the coffee machine here and the setup here to keep it a bit organized. Alright, so for this one now, the coffee sign, I like this one, and I even like this device here to store these cups. So that is an idea. I don't like the idea of the wine standing up like that. Alright guys, this is a good one here. I like the idea of the wines laying down like that, or if not wine, it could be sparkling water. As I said, I don't drink wine, or I don't remember drinking wine for a long time. But for me this would have been too high, but for other persons it is okay. But I like this layout, but what my only problem is that it probably would be a little bit hard to clean, so I probably rethink my decision just a little bit. I like it also being closed off, out of sight, out of mind. So sometimes you don't feel like any coffee or any tea or anything like that, or any wine, but as soon as you see like the wine station, you probably want some wine or something. But once it's closed off, sometimes it's out of mind. So I would say get one that is closed off. Alright guys, this was my first love. This is the first one I saw many years ago, and I kept it because of the door. These doors actually comes out and close off. My only problem is there is no seating. I would like a seating for my coffee station. I'm going to show you soon, but I like the idea of the everything that you need to make coffee, or a little quick breakfast sandwich, or a quick breakfast would be here. So that is why I kept this photo. I don't like the idea of everything just being laid down like that. I would like some partitions and stuff like that. I like the drawers here. Alright, so that's a good idea. So I can pull from these photos and create my own, or you can do the same and pull from these and get some ideas. Now this is a pantry, but I do like this section here, so I'm thinking now for the coffee bar, this could be at the side where I could have my coffee machine and my little blenders, and to make a smoothie, or my toaster to make a quick sandwich and drink with my tea, something like that. So that would be in a section like that, so I can pull from this photo. Now we don't want to mess up a lot of cups and wash a lot of cups. For those who like to, go ahead and do so, but I think this is good to get like the paper cups and so forth, to just get something quick and throw away the cup, so you could have your little tea bags and whatever, your straws and your napkins and whatever, and store it like this. So this is a good idea. Now this one here, I thought it was very modern, very cutesy, so I decided to use this one, or take this photo. I like the backdrop with the lighting and so on. It's very classy, very neat, very clean. I like the marble texture at the back, and I like the setup with the drawers. Look at this, guys, so neat and clean. This partition is excellent, guys, excellent. Alright, so this one, I like the lighting, as I said before, and I like the layers. I like the shelves. It seems so neat and clean. I like how they part it off. So picture it now, the thing that I showed you with the pantry will be at the side right here for the big machines and stuff like that. So probably this machine would be over here. Alright guys, and probably fruits and stuff would be here. It's just an idea, and I like this setup with the wine. This seems like a mini fridge or a wine holder, so this is a good one here, but I would want a seating also. Alright, so here is, it's similar to this one here, but this one seems a bit larger. The wines are here. I like this setup with the board and the shelf, the floating shelf. Like, I like that. I think I would want a mirror in the background also. That's cute. Or a chalkboard. This is a good idea also, you could pull from. Now this one here is similar to the ones at the top, but at a larger scale. I don't want a large coffee nook, but for persons who like large coffee nooks, this is the idea for you. So this is the example that I showed you in the pantry. So instead of the wines being here, it could be the machines being here. I would definitely want partitions and stuff like that, and I think this is extremely big, but you can pull from it. Alright guys, so let's move on. Now this, I couldn't get the photo any bigger. I got it from Pinterest. I don't know why it came out a bit blur, but this seems like it's extra fancy. So for persons who like little fanciness and stuff like that, you can take this idea with you. You have the floating shelf, you have the lights installed, you have the gold in the background, you have your white coffee machine. So if you're into the white, that's good. For those who are watching the series, remember I like mine black and white, so my whole aesthetic is black and white. So this is what I'm talking about with the seating. I definitely want a seating so I can just sit the same place and drink my tea and eat my bread. So I like this idea I could pull from. Now this one here, I'm just showing you like the closing off. So if you don't have a big slide in door, or you could have a cupboard like this, leave it open, and you can, when you finish with everything, you can close it back up. So I like this idea here. So if you don't have the space, this could work for you. Alright, so this one here is similar to the one at the top. It can close off. I would prefer these tools being hanged up instead of the cups, guys, but it's an idea. So whatever you choose to do or whatever you like best. Now for this one here, I like the chalkboard idea. I'm not sure if I would write on it everywhere, but I like the idea of a chalkboard so I can remind myself of certain things. I could put even daily affirmations and stuff like that, or probably install a digital screen and still write on the chalkboard. So it all depends. And also, not to mention the stools. You see that? You see how they put the stools underneath it? That is a good, great idea. So if you ever decided to get a coffee nook, get sure to have a little stool to put next to your coffee nook. Sometimes you don't want to stand and even mix your tea, so you could sit and do so. Now this one is more on the fancy side. So if you're a fancy person, you could get this idea. I like the idea of the cups like this, guys, and these kind of what do you call it now, cake holder. You could put like your cupcake and your little treats and stuff on it, so that is nice. And you have your little sugar pan and whatever else, probably salt, I'm not sure. Yes, but that is nice right there. Now this one seems like more of a restaurant type. I like the white. Really like the white and the lighting in there, and the white floating shelf. I think this looks so crisp. So I could still pull from this with different ideas. And I like down at the bottom also the niche. Now moving on, I really like this. As I said, my aesthetic is black and white, so look at how the light is popping in this coffee nook here. Alright, so this is a nice one. Good inspiration. I like how everything looks so neat and sharp, guys, but I definitely want partition for the cups and stuff like that. There's no seating there also. I like the jars here. It represents a partition. It gives me a bit of idea of how to part mine off if I do decide to get a coffee nook area. Alright, moving on. Now if I'm not able to get a cut out for the stools, I could do something like this, like a pull-out table. That is an excellent idea. Now there it is again with the sign and the chalkboard. I think this is a bit clustered, but if there's no space, this is what I would settle for. So that's another idea, but I definitely would not want this to be black because everything else has a dark color, so I would want something different. Alright, so moving on guys, so this right here, I like the idea of this being a bit lower instead of it being high, and in here would have your little machines and stuff like that. So instead of a sink right here, you would have your little cups and stuff, your and whatever you need to put on your cupboard, your fruits, etc. And you have your mini fridge, so that's a good idea, your mini fridge. This is another one with the glass being stored like that, or the wine could be stored like this. That's a good idea. Moving on, now you have this beautiful floating shelf. I don't like the organization though, but I do like the lights and the floating shelf and the marble background here, and the cupboards and the mini fridge or the storage here, the wine storage here. Now if you're not sure of what you could get for your coffee bar or your coffee nook or your wine bar, you can always go on Amazon or whatever and research some things, or you could go on Pinterest and research some things. Alright guys, so tell me if you like this video, if you like the idea of the coffee bar in your kitchen, or you're not a coffee person or you're not a wine person. Comment down below and let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can always know when I upload.